everyone, hope you are doing really well. Over the last few weeks I've been kind of going through my camera gear and just taking stock and having a look what I've got and just cleaning it all. And after the last few months of getting out and about, and it came to make me realise that I've got quite a few different lenses. Now, not probably as much as some of you hardcore photographers out there, but I've got probably, I think it's 3 for me SLR, and I've got 1 for me Z6, all obviously with different focal lengths. And that got me thinking, you know, would a different focal length make me think about how I compose an image, how I compose a photo, a scene? So what I've decided to do was then look on the maps to try and find an amazing location here in Cornwall, which I know pretty well, don't get me wrong, and decide to come out and give it a go using different focal lengths. So I've just got to Bosigran Fort, which, if you haven't been here, you need to come and have a look at this. The view from here is just out of this world. And from across the other side of the little cove, I think it's Porthmonia Cove, there's Commando Ridge, where I think sometimes the army train from there. But at the top there's probably like a cluster of a few rocks, and you can sit yourselves down on there or set your camera up on these rocks and look across the cove. Because just off the rocks, off the main cliff face, there's a sea stack. It's about 30-40 metres, and it just looks amazing as it comes out of the sea. And I thought I'd give it a go, try some different compositions with different focal lengths, and see how that looks. Now I'm a bit light on snacks because I had a bit of a lie-in, to be honest. I set my alarm, but I didn't hear it. So I've just landed here, and it's 7 o'clock, and as you can see, it's still pretty dark. To be fair, I think the moon's coming out of there. It's just breaking daylight, and these dark mornings are creeping in, and these dark evenings. And I hate winter, to be honest. I hate the dark mornings. But not to worry. So yeah, just got to Bosigran Fort. So come and have a look, and I think we should get to the top of Commando Ridge, set up the camera, and I will come back to you then. But this is really surreal, walking through here. There's not a noise, there's not a sound. I don't know if you heard that cow in the distance there, but there is not a sound. There's not a breeze of air, breeze of wind. Just perfect conditions, because what I'm also going to do is get my drone in the air and see how the sea stack looks using different exposures from my different lenses on my drone. So this is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to this. So I've got a bit of a hike to the top of Commando Ridge there. So let's get to the top and let's get set up. But first of all, I've got to try and negotiate this style. That's if I don't break my neck. Or can I get through the gate? Oh, maybe that might be an easier option. So yeah, let's get to the top. What the hell's going on here? Oh God. Whew. So I've just got to the top, opposite Bosigran Fort, which is where I came up last time. And if you just take a look in the top of the screen there, you'll see the video, a link to the video where I was last time. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I've not done this for a bit. The lighthouse is flashing over it. Pendine. Probably won't be able to see that, there you go. And I was on the top of this rock here. And I was looking down at, well, whether or not you can call it a sea stack, maybe in the bottom there. But I've just noticed a few rocks a bit lower down. Because what I want to do is try and get a bit of separation between sea stack and the main cliff face. I mean, obviously whether it's not a sea stack I don't know, but I'll just call it a sea stack for this video. But yeah, down here, so let me take you to these rocks just to show you the view from off here. From there, look, let's go a bit closer to the edge. So yeah, you're not quite getting a bit of separation there because it just looked like that blends into the main cliff face. What about from over there? Sorry if I keep spinning you around. I don't know if you might get a bit dizzy. Let's just try this. Oh, this might be better, look. This might be better. Oh, even so, well. Oh, just look at that. I just love that as a view. And then heading back up the valley there. Getting some light coming through. The sun doesn't rise, I think, till 20 to 8. So, but yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just try this location that I'm on here, this rock that I'm on here. And then maybe wait for another 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Maybe if the light gets a bit better, because we've got bits sticking through. It's looking quite misty there. I think that's Cornwall, so it's looking quite misty over the top of Cornwall there. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I've parked just next to those tin mines. See, I think I want to set up, get me lenses on, because I've got a 10mm, which is my widest, and of course I've got my beast, my 150-600. So I was wondering whether to do like an image in maybe 50mm increments, perhaps. So obviously I've got to start at 10, so then maybe go 50, 100, 150, 200, and so on. So I'm not quite sure what to do yet, but I'm interested to see how the different focal lengths will affect my composition. Knackered.com. So my belly's rumbling as well. I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but yeah, I'm hungry. I've got nothing with me, I only got my coffee with me. But, oh well, not to worry. So yeah, let's get set up and see what happens to the light, which at the minute, oh, a bit of blue sky. But I like clouds, they give, you know, a bit of movement, a bit of interest. But of course, over the top of where I'm filming, it's a bit grey and boring. So anyway, not to worry, at least I'm out. At least I'm out. So I'm enjoying being out. Fresh air. Nice calm day. So yeah, excellent. Can't have it any better. So yeah, let's get set up and I'll come back to you in a sec when I've got my camera set up. So I've set up my two cameras. I've got my Z6, where I've got a 24 to 70mm lens on there, and then here on my D7-200 I've got a Sigma 10 to 20 wide angle lens. So I'm going to obviously start off with my widest focal length, which is 10mm, and then creep out up to 600mm when I get my beast out my bag, and see what I can see, and maybe zoom in right into the top of the sea stack where there's two pinnacles sticking up. or even maybe get some birds. I'm not a wildlife photographer in any way, shape or form, but maybe if I could maybe see some seagulls or some other wildlife. I think there is a raven flying around somewhere, so I don't quite know where he's gone. And then just to see how different focal lengths makes you think about the composition. So it's going to be interesting. So I think I'm going to wait another 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. Let the sun come up a bit more. Because like I say, these dark mornings are horrible. I don't think the sun comes up till 20 to 8 now. I mean, what is it, mid-October? So yeah, but I suppose you don't have to rush around in the morning if you're planning on going out anywhere, because it's obviously dark in the morning. Well, I found myself not rushing around much this morning, whereas in summer, when the sun comes up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, you're like, oh, I'm missing all the light. Whereas this morning, it was just a nice little, get my gear on, get my bag packed, get up here, and here I am. It's only 20 minutes from where I live, so phenomenal. 20 minutes, and I'm here. Unbelievable, amazing scenery. So yeah, so I'm going to hang around for 20 minutes and let the light improve. It looks nice over the top of there though. That might make a nice image. I might take that, to be honest. 10mm shot coming up. So if it's any good, I'll put it on the screen. If not, I'll pack up and go back home. So it's only a short video, this one. So yeah, here's the image. My first shot of the morning wasn't too bad. Looking back towards Cornwall as the light started to break through, the sky was coming alive and I could feel that spark you only get when everything begins to click. The juices were starting to flow. Now all these images are taken using the same camera from the same position I was on that rock there, using different focal lengths. I mean, top left you've got 10mm, top right you've got 20, bottom left you've got 50, and bottom right you've got 100, and you can see the difference straight away between top left and bottom right, how you have to think more about your composition if you're using a telephoto lens. Right, I think I've got everything. Well, that has been a fantastic couple of hours. Stood on there looking down at that sea stack, or whatever you want to call it. But now I think I'm going to move round and lower down, because I think there's a path just a bit lower down to get a bit closer. I mean, I must admit, probably up to 100mm. Sorry, you just get the sound of voices now and again. You can't see anyone. Up to around, say, 100mm. You're getting quite a decent image. But then as you zoom in more than 100mm, 150mm, what you're seeing is like obviously the individual little bits of rock or whatever. And it does make you think a bit more about, right, what shall I take a picture of here, because I can't see very much. Obviously, because it's a telephoto lens. So I zoomed right in on top of one of the little pinnacles on the top of the sea stack and zoomed straight in there to 600mm. And you do pick out all the details in the rocks, I must admit. So I think if you've got more of an intimate scene, maybe a telephoto lens will lend itself more to doing that. But other than that, it's quite difficult. So I'm interested to see how I get on just a bit lower down with some different focal lengths. But I'm just trying to work my way how I can get down there. Whew. It's taking it out of me, this, not been out for a bit. So yeah, so let's get along this path. and see what we set up and where we set up and what we take some images of. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Lovely. So yeah, let's get down in the bottom. See, I've worked my way around now. I think I was up on some of those rocks up there, but I've worked my way around and down, and I'm sort of maybe a good 100 feet below where I was, and I've got like a lot lower. Where can I? There is a wall in front of me, and I'm just trying to get. What about down off there? Oh. Yeah, so I'm just trying to work my way through all these bushes. See, I was going to go to that rock, but there's a little rock that sticks out there just in front of me, which I want to try and see if I can get to. I think that'll make quite a nice little area there. Let's see if I can get along here. Just to that rock. And of course, I'm wary of... Ooh, oh God, my foot went down there. My foot went down there into a hole or whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ, as it did there. Oh God, what have I done here, Ian? But I just want to try and get... Yes. Oh! Shit. That hurt. Oh, there's someone walking his dog. Probably just seen me falling over. Oh. Yeah, just slipped down that. And bent my little finger back. Things you have to do, eh? Things you have to do. But, look at that for a view. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that. And that's looking back up the valley there. Oh yes. Spectacular. Now, I'm not going any lower because I think these off the end of here, it's just a sheer cliff. So no, I'm not going any further. Oh, oh yeah, that hurt. Oh, bent your little finger back. Whew. Anyway, I'm okay. I'm okay. So yeah, let's get set up again and let's try these images. Why do I do this? Let's get set up. Just excuse me a second while I'm off camera. Just getting my cameras here because it's a bit tight for space, to be fair, on this rock, because there's nothing really in front of me and there's nothing really anywhere else, no rocks sticking out or anything that I can set up on. But, oh, that hurt. That hurt. Oh dear. Not to worry. Not to worry. Where could I be? In bed with an hangover. But no. This This view down here, I think, to be honest, will be a bit more sort of personal because I'm a lot lower down in the bottom with the amazing sea stack in front of me there. So I'm just finding me, got grass all over my tripod from when I fell over. But yeah, a bit more personal down here, I think, because I'm a lot closer and the sea stack is a hell of a lot bigger. So again, I'm going to do the same technique. Start off on my D7200 at 10mm and then creep out to 600 to see how that affects the composition. The light's starting to come better now, the sun's creeping up over the back of me. To see, it'd be quite interesting to see what images I get of the sea stack now I'm a bit lower down. I mean, look at that ridge over there. Just look at that, that looks amazing. I think I might have to get an image of that, to be honest, just on its own. And that's Commando Ridge down there, which goes right down to the sea. That just looks spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. So I'm going to get my cameras out. Hopefully I won't fall arse over tit again. Get my other camera out and I'll get set up. So hopefully these images will be worth the hassle of getting down here. Oh God. So if they're any good, I'll drop them on the screen. If not, I think I'll take a dive over the edge and I'll see you soon. So yeah, here are the images. Oh. So this is the image of Commando Ridge, and luckily as I just turned my camera, the sun popped up over the horizon, so I just managed to grab a quick shot there of the sun on the rocks on Commando Ridge. And then these two images are again of Commando Ridge, but one at 150mm and one at 600mm. And you can see the one in the bottom right hand corner, how there isn't much actually in the image. So I think you really do have to think about your composition when you're using a telephoto lens. This is one of the pinnacles that sits right on top of the sea stack, and it's at 600mm, and it's a really interesting focal length to work with, I think, because although you're isolating small details in the landscape, it suddenly becomes much harder to find strong compositions. I mean, every tiny movement feels magnified, the depth flattens, and you're working with such narrow field of view that you really have to think carefully about balance and shape. And I think I've come to realise that the longer focal length, the more critical your eye has to be. It's not just about what you include, it's about what you exclude, I think, that makes the image work. So while wider lenses might make it easier to capture the drama of a place like this, the telephoto lens forces you to slow down, to really study the landscape and to find those hidden details that often go unnoticed. So maybe that's the trade-off. Wide lenses capture the view, but longer lenses make you see. Oh. Well, that has been an amazing morning here out at Bosigran Fort. An amazing view there of the sea stack behind me, and of course me falling over. So I think that was quite spectacular, but never mind. No, it's all right now. I think my finger's okay. But no, I've had my drone up there as well and done some images using my drone. Again, using the different focal lengths on my drone. So I'll drop those images on at the end of the video. Just got to try and find my way up this field, if you like, or whatever. So yeah, so I'd like to thank you for watching, even though it's only been a short and sweet one in comparison to the rest of my videos. But if you'd like to see how I do get on and where I have been so far in Cornwall, check out the playlist, which is at the top of the screen, and I'm sure you'll have some fun watching those videos. And I do apologise because I do talk about food quite a bit, and if you ask me missus, she'll say the same thing. So if you do watch any of my videos, I'll probably go with some snacks bags of crisps, chocolate, sit back and relax and watch me coughing and spluttering. So yeah, so check out that playlist of me exploring Cornwall, and of course any other videos that might pop up. So please, if you will, give this video a thumbs up, and if you will, hit the subscribe button. That would be amazing, absolutely amazing. Look at that for a view, just to leave you with. That is just breathtaking, breathtaking. So thank you, and I'll see you very soon, probably in the pitch black, in my next video. So take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Speak to you in a bit. Whew.